be forgetting about these cute filters. Let me try one. And I actually got my ring light today. Okay, so I'm live. Okay, great. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds and then I am gonna get started. I'm running a little behind, had some technical difficulties trying to run and get everything set up. I'm in this conference room, so I'm gonna roll with it today. Again, running a few minutes behind. I do understand that most people are going to probably watch the replay, but let me know, Anna, if you could let me know too in the chat if you can hear me. Sometimes the sound isn't that best in here. I might actually start recording and doing these in my actual office. So let me know if you can hear me. I'm scared to touch it because I'm scared the phone won't fall. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Again, I know most people catch the replay, that's totally fine. If you're on my list, be sure you're on my list so that you can get the full replay because I'm probably gonna take it down off of Instagram. So be sure you're on my list so that you get the full replay in case you missed it because I'm only probably gonna leave it up for like 48 hours on Instagram. So today I am really going to get into a conversation that most people don't like to have. You know, as long as I talk about business and other ways of business, it's okay. But when I start talking about that mindset shift you have to make, that conversation kind of makes people a little uncomfortable, but I'm going to go there because that's who I am and because I want you to grow and be successful. I can't talk about one without talking about the other. So let me first introduce myself for those who may be watching me for the first time, or if you're new to watching my lives or you don't know, anything about me. My name is Fatima Barnes and I am a business coach to the beauty brands, and I teach stagnant or profitless beauty brands how to grow their brand by leveraging the power of a full business makeover and overhaul so that they can become a premium brand and actually start making money in their business with their brand and build brands authentic to them so that they can finally design the life that they truly want. And so that is my passion. That's what I do. I love what I do. If you want to know more about me, know more about my history and my experiences and why you should trust me for one, go ahead and click that link in the bio when you get a chance and check that out. It tells you everything that you need to know about me, my business, and who I am and how I operate. So with that said, I'm going to get into it today. Again, if you're catching a replay, feel free to still comment just as if you're watching it live and, really kind of get into that. Thanks, Anna, for that. All right, so let's really get into this. And the reason why I say that this is a topic that makes people uncomfortable. It is a topic about business that most people don't want to talk about. Nobody likes to talk about the mindset shifts that you actually have to make in order to be successful. Because I can come on here every week, I can give you every single strategy in the world that you need. Even if I gave you my entire program for free, because I have sponsored scholarships before. If I've given you my entire program for free and your mindset isn't right, it doesn't matter. Because I've seen what happens to people who don't have the right mindset and they have had the strategies given to them and they still saw no success. And so it's an underrated part that's not talked about business that people don't want to really get into because it makes them uncomfortable, right? I don't want to change anything about me. I just want to make money, right? That's where most people thought process is. I don't want to change. I just want to make money. I don't want to change. I just want to build this brand, but they don't want to do the work mentally to make you build that brand. And listen, this is a faith walk. This business, doing entrepreneurship, especially if you want to do it full time one day, it is nothing but a faith walk. Your mindset single-handedly will make or break you. Mindset is what separates those that are successful in their businesses and in their lives from the people who aren't, period. So now let me get into this first. The energy, this is why this matters. The energy that you put into your business is what you will get out, okay? What you put in, you will get out, okay? Now, if you want me to go there, I can go there. What does it say in the Bible about the fruit? It says, you shall know by the fruit that they bear. And that really can be translated in business to the fruit that you're producing in your business, the results that you're getting is a result of the seeds that you're planting. The fruit that you bear, we shall know, because if you plant good seeds consistently for enough period of time and you sow the right seeds and you plant the right seeds, the fruit will bear. But that fruit comes from the mindset piece that we have to really talk about when we really get into and really dig deep into what you need to be doing to grow, okay? So I can speak about this because I always say, I will be a millionaire one day. You heard it first. I will be a millionaire. Why? Because I have the mindset and I'm not going to stop until I get there, okay? And another reason why is because I invest heavily and I pay to be in spaces where I'm around millionaires, where I'm learning from millionaires, multimillionaires, heavily, okay? I'm in so many programs or in so many things where I'm learning from millionaires directly, okay? Talking to them, learning from them, answering their questions. I'm surrounding myself with that. I'm soaking it all in. And I study millionaires. I study people who, if that's where you're trying to go. If you ain't trying to be a millionaire, that's fine. But you need to study where you're trying to go. So I study people like Les Brown. If you don't know who he is, get to know him. Les Brown, L-E-S Brown. Research. Go down a rabbit hole of his videos. I study them. I learn from them. I continually feed my mind and motivate myself. And I found there are some common mindset shifts that they all have. They all have a certain mindset that they've developed in order to see the success that they are looking for. And again, most people aren't trying to make that mindset shift. They're not. Because if they did, everyone would be doing it. Everybody's businesses will be growing. Everyone would have profitable, high-value businesses that are growing the way that they want it to grow if everyone, if we all had the same mindset, or if we all invested in our mindset, or if we all had a certain mindset. It's a reason why everybody doesn't do it. And some people never will. And so it's not even just about being a mindset, but in general, in your business growth. Because if you ever want to, I've heard it said, if you ever want to know why someone's life, check their daily habits. I can tell everything that I know about the results that you have based off of what you're doing. I can tell that it's usually a mindset shift first and foremost that's keeping you from getting to where you want to go. Now, it's a direct result. Your mindset is a direct reflection to the results that you get in your business. I'm going to go into that why with 5 ways that I know, or 5 mindset shifts that you need to make. But it is truly, the results that you're getting in your business is truly a direct reflection of your mindset and what's going on in here. Okay, and I broke it down. Y'all, I'm going to get them done. My bad. It's what's in here. Whatever is in here will reflect through the results in your business, period. So this is the faith walk. So let me get into the 5 reasons so that I can kind of get started. I'm very passionate about mindset. I've been having a couple of conversations with people lately, like some of my clients, some of my non-clients, and I just see these common things. And again, I study the mindsets of millionaires because that's where I'm trying to go. And I know exactly some of the common things that I have found. Reason number one why this mindset shift that you need to make, because it's keeping you from getting results in your business and it's keeping you from growing your business, is you have too much fear. Fear of failure. You don't want to fail. You're so scared to try things because you are so fearful of things not working out, things not failing. Usually the root cause of someone not growing in their business a lot of times is fear. So fear does not allow you to take calculated risk. It doesn't allow you to take the steps that you need to take because it's bottom line. Like, if you are so fearful, why? I had someone yesterday on a call say, well, what if it doesn't work out? Well, what if it does? Have you thought about that? Have you considered that? What if it does? And so if you are afraid of fear, if you let fear hold you back and you're so scared to fail, you may not be ready. And the reason why I say that is because, let me put it to you this way. I fail a lot. Most successful people fail a lot. The difference is we keep going. They keep going, we keep going. We're not afraid to fail. If I try something, it doesn't work, I'll try it again. Let me figure out what I did wrong the first time until I can figure it out. My first business failed. I took that, I learned from it, started other businesses. I'm not afraid to fail. And when you get that concept and you realize that failure is about learning and growing and developing and knowing what you need to do the next time. I fail daily, I fail weekly, I fail monthly, I fail all the time. And I'm not afraid of that because it's not a matter of, am I going to be successful? It is a matter of how I'm going to get there, period. I'm not afraid to fail in whatever I need to fail at. Whether it's I tried to launch a certain product or a service that didn't work and it flopped. Okay, well, I'm going to learn from it. I'll try another one. I'll try again. Simple. But most people allow fear to keep them stuck. And that is the job of fear, to keep you comfortable, to keep you safe. And it doesn't allow you to really bet on yourself. It doesn't allow you to take enough risk. And that keeps you from growing in your business because why? That's all business is. It's failing a lot until you figure it out. That's literally what it is. I fail a lot. I'm sure some of my successful counterparts fail a lot. Okay, I had several launches that flopped. Okay, even in my coaching business, because I didn't stop. I kept going, and so that fear of failure, instead of looking at failure as learning, as a chance to try something new, as a chance to try something again, is why you're not growing in your business. You're not going as hard because you're so scared of failure, and you can't be. Okay, and that brings me to number 2. Okay, you lack strong will and determination, and therefore you have no vision. So the lack of vision brings about lack of strong will and determination. And what do I mean by that? Because if I have a vision of where I'm going to go, and I visualize it, and I see it, and I know I'm going to be successful at this, and if I have this vision of this is where I am going to go, there is no doubt about it, I'm going to get there, okay? My will is stronger because I know, I've seen it, I visualize where I'm going, where I want to go, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. And I'm not going to let fear stop me. And I have such a strong will and determination because guess what? This stuff is not easy. It's not for the weak. It's hard. It's hard, okay? I can't tell you how many countless nights, I can't tell you how many times let me go cry real quick and come back and try this again. It's hard. This is not easy. Entrepreneurship isn't for the weak. It isn't for the faint. It isn't for the scary. It is not. Your mind has to totally shift to understand that I have a vision and my will and determination matches. And I'm not going to stop. It's not a question of will I get there. It's how I'm going to get there. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get there. And When it's hard and you're unmotivated and you're tired and you're taking care of your kids and you gotta be a wife or a mother and you gotta take care of your household, you may be going to school, you better have some strong will and determination to keep you going when it happens. Because guess what? If you don't have that, you're gonna quit every single time. And it's a difference between failing and quitting. Big difference. Understanding that you have to fail, okay, I'm gonna fail, right? I'm gonna try it again. But quitting because I'm just like, I don't have the time for this. I thought this was gonna be easy. It's totally different. Your will and determination isn't strong enough. You are not as vested into it as you might think. And if you don't have such a strong will and determination to say, I keep failing, I keep trying, it ain't working, I gotta just try it again, you're not going to see the success you're looking for, and it is a reflection of your business. You got to look at it that it takes years, even with the right strategies. Like, you have to trust the process. You have to go through it, and you can't try to rush that. And so that's why your will has to be strong, and you have to have a vision, and you have to have determination, or you will quit, and you will give up, and you won't keep it going, and you will stop. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3, okay, is you're not feeding your mind daily with the food that it needs to grow, okay? So what do I mean by that? That means that you are not watching the content. Hello. You are not watching the content that you're intaking. You're not feeding your mind. You're not learning. You're not, listen, like I said, if you see somebody that's where you're trying to be, like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I study millionaires. I'm in the presence of millionaires daily. I invest in that. If your goal is to be something else, you need to figure out who those people are. Figure out how to learn from them. Feed your mind. Read quality books. But if the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning is get on Instagram and start scrolling your timeline aimlessly before you've had enough time to feed yourself first thing in the morning, which is the most critical time of the day for you and for your subconscious, it sets the tone for your day. And if you are congesting all kind of crazy content, you're following all these negative people on your social networks, and that's the first thing that you're doing is you're on the news and you're on social media, and you're not feeding your mind with positive things, people, and listening and learning from people who are where you're trying to go, you're going to be stuck. It's so important who you surround yourself with and who you're learning from and who you're growing from is literally going to affect the moves that you make. Yes, surround yourself with people. Exactly. My Instagram is nothing but motivation. Nothing. And like I said earlier, I literally study millionaires. I read their books. I learn from them, and I've developed the common denominators that they all have. I'm learning from them. They're where I'm trying to be. And if you are not feeding your mind with that, what are you feeding your mind in? Garbage in, garbage out. So what are you feeding your mind with to help you? Because if you're not feeding that mind, if you're not feeding this, guess what? It's going to reflect in the results that you get, because you're surrounded by probably people who are totally unmotivated. You're probably taking advice from people who have never been where you're trying to go, and they never will, and you're taking that and you're surrounding yourself with that, and now you're stuck and you're not growing. You're surrounded by the wrong people. You got to expand your mind. You have to feed your mind. So that's number 3. You're not feeding your mind. Period. Number 4, this one is a big one because most people get into entrepreneurship, especially if you want to do it full time, and your thought process is, I want to do whatever I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. I'm here to break it to you. As a full-time entrepreneur, you better have structure and you better have a organized routine. If you keep running from structure, you're going to keep failing. If you keep running from routine and planning out your days and mapping out your days and your time and really understanding that where you invest your time and energy is where you invest it's just like investing your money. When you really learn the concept that time is truly money, you better get organized and have a structure. Period. Technically, yes, I could wake up whenever I want and start doing what I do. I can't do that. I have a structure. I have a schedule. I have to manage my time effectively. I have no time to waste, and neither do you. Time is truly money. And if you are unorganized and all over the place, it's going to reflect in your business, because guess what? You're more than likely going to be burned out. And if you put burned out energy into your business, you will get burned out results. Bottom line. And then you won't see the growth, okay? You can't just be all over the place, unstructured. You have to set aside a time. You have to account for your time, or else if you don't, someone else will. If you don't set the time, if you don't set the tone for how you're going to manage your time, someone else will. And even as a full-time entrepreneur, in my case, I have to effectively manage my time. I have to make sure that my calendar is managed the right way that I need to be managed. I need to make sure that I have structure. And people run from structure, and people feel like it is a bad thing, but every time you go against your need and the thought process of structure, you are killing your opportunities in business. And let me tell you, as someone, let me put this in perspective for you how important this is. I was working full time. I was building 2 businesses, a podcast, and in graduate school. How did I do that? I had to be structured. I had to be diligent with my time. I had to manage where my time was spent. Eventually, I was able to quit my job. But I would not have been able to do that without structure and sacrificing and understanding exactly where my time is supposed to go. Do you have a structured routine? Do you have structure? Are you organized? Are you saying, even if you got to work, okay, I'm going to work on my business from this time to this time? What does that look like for you? Do you have a structure? Do you get up? Do you have a morning routine? What does that morning routine look like for you? What does that nighttime routine look for you? How are you structuring your day? It's everything. And if you think you're going to become a full-time entrepreneur without it, and even when you do it full-time, if you think that you're going to get away with being unorganized, unstructured, and all of that, you will find out what will happen if you do that. You will regret it. Trust me, I have to be even more structured now as a full-time entrepreneur than I ever had to be when I was working a 9-to-5 and doing it. Because again, if I don't account for my time, someone else will. And it's that important. And if you don't understand where your time is going, you will not see the results you're looking for. In fact, my clients learn a lot about time management. And a part of one of the things that they do is I make them look at what they've done over the last 3 to 5 days with their time and record it. And I want you to look at how much time you're wasting, how much time you're spending doing other things, and how you're not structuring your day for work and for play, okay? Because they both are important. The first book I read was I haven't read that one yet. I need to check that one out then. Thanks. So that is that. And then the last thing. This one is the one that, again, people get mad when you talk about because they don't understand where you're coming from. But I'm going to break this one down a little bit more. You are not willing to invest. And what do I mean by that? Okay, let me dig deeper, because sometimes people think when I say you need to invest, that I'm talking about just into me as a coach or your business. No, I'm a coach that has coaches, multiple, plural, okay? I hold myself accountable. I invest in that. I will never not have someone else holding me accountable, because how can I hold my clients accountable if I don't have someone holding me accountable? Never trust a coach without a coach. But I am willing to invest in whatever I have to invest in to make sure that whatever the vision I said that I have for myself, that I'm going to get there. Bottom line, okay? I am not afraid to do that. But what I have found, let me dig deeper, for the people who don't invest, who are afraid to invest, I'll tell you what the root of it is. It is fear. It is a lack of trust in yourself and in your abilities, okay? And you fear and you have no faith. Because if you had faith, if you trusted yourself and your abilities, guess what? You are going to find that investing is so much easier, because if somebody has exactly the strategy that you need and the tools or whatever it is that you need, it's a no-brainer to invest in it, because I know I'm going to rise to the occasion. But if you do not trust yourself, if you do not have faith in yourself, if you do not trust yourself and your abilities, you're going to struggle to invest. And that is because you don't believe that you have what it takes to make it happen. Because if someone is offering, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, if that is, you know that that is what you need, you set this vision for yourself and you know that that is what you need to get to the next level, why are you not jumping on those opportunities? More than likely, you don't trust yourself. That is the root. That is the core. You fear that you can't make it happen. I do not mind investing because I know I have the strong will and determination to make it happen. And I'm not afraid of failure. It goes back to everything that we just talked about from 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. It all goes back to that. That is the root of why most people don't invest in themselves and in their businesses. That even if you look at it from an inventory standpoint, why you always sold out? Why you only order the minimum quantity every time? Why not invest in enough inventory to run your business? Because you fear and you're afraid that you won't get the sales that you need to rise to the occasion. You fear that if you don't, that you won't sell it. It's a fear thing. So regardless of investing in a coach or whatever it is you need to invest in, this system or tool that will work for you, you fear that you can't make it happen at the bottom line, and that is where lack of investing comes from. So if you're struggling to invest, you have to work through the root of your fears and ask yourself, do I trust myself? Do I trust myself to rise to the occasion? Because your business will not grow if you don't invest. And people do not invest in people who do not invest in themselves. And if you don't invest in yourself and in your business, and someone gets ready to purchase from you, they can tell it and they won't buy. If your business looks like you just threw that stuff together and you ain't invested in nothing, no systems, no branding, no marketing, no none of this, guess what? They won't invest in your business. Because to them, this is a reason why we struggle with lack of support a lot of times, because we don't invest. We don't invest in the right tools. We don't invest in the right systems. We don't invest in the right strategies. We don't invest in other people to help us, whether that's hiring people, because you don't trust. You have to get used to doing these things before you're ready. When I first started hiring a team, it was scary because I was like, oh my God, like I have to make sure that these people can feed their families. It's a different type of pressure. But I invested in it not knowing, Lord, I hope I'm ready for this. But I have faith that I'm going to rise to the occasion. I'm going to make sure these people eat. Regardless, I'm going to make sure they eat. And again, even if you want to put it in perspective, you're maybe not at the place of hiring a team. Again, I put it in the perspective of the inventory again. Why aren't you buying enough inventory? You don't trust that you can sell it. Why aren't you trusting that you can sell it? Because you probably don't see that you're selling it. Why are you investing in a strategy to make sure that you can sell it? It's a trust thing. It's a fear thing, okay? Les Brown. Love Les Brown. Again, I'm going to stress his name over and over again because people need to listen to him. One of the things that he said was, the easiest thing I've ever done was make $1 million. The easiest thing I've ever done was make $1 million. The hardest thing I've ever done was believe that I could do it. That's why it's here. It's here. If you're not growing in your business, check here. Check this. Your results are reflected through this. As I said in the beginning, they will know by the fruit that the tree bears the seeds that you planted. people don't want to talk about the people who have successful businesses are doing the work with the mindset. Because you cannot, your business only grows at the level that your mind does. Period. If you don't shift that mindset, you don't shift the money. You don't do what you need to do. And so those are the 5 reasons. I'm going to recap. Reason number 1, you're afraid of failing. Fear of failure. Fear is running your life, therefore running your mind, therefore running your business. I fail daily. I fail all the time. I fail weekly, monthly, daily, every minute. I'm probably failing something right now. The problem and the difference is I'm not afraid of failure. It's a learning experience. It's a learning tool. This launch flopped. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to learn what I need to do. I am not afraid to fail. And most people are. There's this fear of failure. There's this fear wondering what people want to think. You can't care about that if you're trying to get to the next level and grow your business. You cannot care about that. You have an eye on the prize, which brings me to number 2. You have no vision, no strong will and determination. If I have a vision and I have strong will and determination, I don't care what people think if I fail, because I'm going to keep doing it until I get there. That's my story. That's the story of many other people who are successful. So number 2 is having no vision, no strong will and determination. If you have a vision, you can have some strong will and determination because you know where you're trying to go. You visualize it, you see it, you're not going to stop until you get there. And when stuff get hard, you're going to take a break, you're going to take a step back, you're going to cry if you got to, thug it back out and try it again. You lack will, you lack vision, you lack a strong will and determination. Number 3, you're not feeding your mind. You're not watching the content that you're congesting. You're not watching what is going in here. Therefore, you're feeding it with the wrong things and trash in, trash out. And when I say trash out, that affects your business. That affects your life. It affects the relationships around you. What are you feeding your mind? Are you taking time for self-development, for personal development, and for business development? How are you feeding your mind? Making sure that you're reading books, that you're on YouTube listening to people like Les Brown and so many others who have these amazing successes. They all have common denominators in their mindset. I promise you. I'm studying millionaires. I'm learning from them. I'm working with them regularly. I meet 3 times a week with millionaires. Literally. I've invested in that. I'm learning. I'm soaking it all in. I'm feeding my mind. Number 4, okay? No structure and unorganized. You're all over the place. Unorganized all over the place is unorganized all over the place business. And people ain't trying to buy from somebody who's all unorganized and all over the place. They're just not. And therefore, you're probably burned out. You're burned out. You have no balance. You can't figure out how to balance your full-time job and doing this and doing this and doing that. You don't have structure. I underestimated planning and making 70 times. Yes, that is exactly right. It is so underestimated to understand how important it is to be structured and to be organized. And we run from structure like it's a bad thing. We run from it. Listen, either you gonna structure yourself or your 9 to 5 gonna structure you. It's your choice. But you gotta have structure. Structure is literally, even if you want to take it there, it's a biblical principle. Literally, even if you go back to the vision, write it down, make it plain, set goals, structure yourself. It's all a part of it. If you don't have that, you're not going to see the growth that you need. You're going to be all over the place. And lastly, you're not willing to invest. And I don't just mean investing in coaching, because that's a big part of it. Investing in coaching, consultants, mentors. You're also not willing to invest in your business. You're not willing to invest in the systems in your business. You're not willing to invest in inventory. And the reason why, when we get down to the root of it, is fear. It's fear-based. You don't trust yourself and you don't have faith in yourself enough to know that you will rise to the occasion. Because if you had faith in yourself, guess what you would say? You know what? I'm going to buy a bigger order of inventory because I know I'm going to sell it. But if you keep ordering minimum quantities, that's the energy that you put into your business, and that's the energy that you get out. You will get minimum orders. It's an energy thing too. I hired a team before I felt like I was ready. Oh, did it work out? I quit my job before I kind of felt like I was ready. I had some things together, but what I'm saying is, it was more of a, oh no, I'm going to make it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to invest in this coach, even though I don't know how the heck I'm going to finish paying for her. I'm going to hustle it out because I know if she has the right strategy that I need and it's proven, I'm going to do everything that she say, and I'm going to rise to this occasion, and I'm going to implement this stuff. Okay? And I trusted myself. And that's the first part of trusting myself, but also having faith in yourself and in source. Like, literally, so many believers of God, I don't understand why they have so little faith. It's the limiting beliefs in our mind that we have been taught to believe that we cannot achieve. So I'll leave you with that again. Like Les Brown said, the easiest thing he ever did was make $1 million. The hardest thing he ever did was believe he actually could do it. So I encourage you to journal out, why do you feel like your mindset is keeping you back? Deal with that. Work through that. I got a self-care strategist and coach to help me work through a lot of stuff because I know how important that is in order for me to have a successful business. And I invested heavily for that. What do you need to do to make sure that you work with this? Because if this and this is up in here ain't right, you're not going to get results and grow your business. The two go hand in hand. I can't teach you business strategies without talking about the mindset. And my clients know that. We work through the mindset and we work through actually implementing strategies. It's 80% mindset and 20% strategy in terms of having a successful business. 20% of that is strategy. Why do I know that's true? I can't tell you how many people signed up, joined my coaching program, got the strategies, got the steps, got the resources. Resource one being me, right? Someone who's done it, been there, done that. I cannot tell you how many of them self-sabotage, invested in it, paid for it, or even the ones who were on scholarship, got into it and didn't actually do anything with it because of this. So when I'm on those breakthrough sessions with people, I just had a call today. I had to say, I don't think you're ready. I wouldn't even feel right taking your money and you're not ready here. I need ready people who are really hungry and they believe in themselves and they're ready to get there. And I literally had to tell this young lady today, I don't feel comfortable taking money for you to join my program because you're not ready in here. You gotta work through that. Because you're going to join and you're not going to do it, and then you're going to think it's a reflection on me and it's a reflection on you. So I've told people on these breakthrough sessions, I'm not just trying to take people money. No, I'm trying to see where your mind is at. I'm trying to diagnose what your problem areas are, see if I can, help you. And if I can help you, I'm also trying to see where your head is at. Because if you don't have the right mindset, I can give you $1 million worth strategies and you still, which is what I give, and you still won't do them. I can't tell you how many people have been in my programs, whether it was in a free program, whether they were on scholarship, or some that even paid, that still don't see success. So that's why I say running a successful business is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. So here's what I want you to do. If you are a woman who is ready, you're hungry, you're just missing that 20% to get you there. Click that link. My team has put it in the chat, the direct link to book a call with me. You need to be on my calendar. Let's talk. Let's see what we can do to get you to the next level. Let's see what we can do to grow you and help you grow your business and propel you forward. Let me see if I can help you. But trust me, I'm not just going to take anybody's money. I just turned someone down today for that. Your mind has to be right, okay? It has to be. You gotta be ready. It will only grow at the level that your mind grows. So we can't talk about one without talking about the other. So click that link. My team has put it in the chat to get on my calendar. If you are a ready woman who has a beauty brand that you have been struggling to grow and you're just missing that 20%, which is the strategy piece, but you have the right mindset to see growth and to see elevation in your business, click that link. Let's get on a call and let's talk. Let me see if I can help you. Let's get you the right strategy so that you can meet the goals that you have and we can get you there. if your mindset is right. Because I will not take your money if it's not. I'm going to directly give you tools and strategies and tips first on how you can do that. And we just did that today. So you have the 5 reasons. 1, fear of failure. 2, you're not feeding your mind. 3, you have no structure, no organization, and therefore you don't have a strong will and determination. You lack determination. And then the other one we talked about is you won't invest. And you don't invest because you're fearful. You don't trust yourself. And that's what the bottom line is. So that is my spiel. Get on my calendar. Also, next week, if you're on my list, a lot is going to be coming through the pipeline of other ways that you can work with me. I am going to be having a workshop next month, and it is a great start of training your mindset without making sure you first are ready here before you start investing at a high level. So if I were you, keep an eye out on my list. Make sure that you are in that workshop. It's only going to be for a small group of women who are really ready to get some help. Again, you will never have the opportunity to work with me at that level and at that capacity again for the amount that it's going to be. Trust me. So if I were you, I would check my inbox. Check it regularly. Check your text messages if you're on my list, and we will get you right. So I will see y'all on next week. Next week I'll be going live on Friday instead of Thursday like my usual time, and we are going to be talking about the elephant in the room, about being a Black business owner. For those who follow me that are Black, because that's primarily who I attract. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room, what's wrong with Black businesses and what is keeping us from seeing success. That's what we talk about next Friday. So I suggest you be here because we're going to get into it. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.